power of universe is the universe itself. There is no bad or good. Everything are vibrations in equilibrium. So you might think that all these things coming around, surrounding us, are good or bad. But everything is neutral in this universe. Fire can't burn itself, can't burn the fire. Or water can't dry water itself.
Neither you can touch the tip of your finger with your own finger.
Maybe the thing is in the equilibrium. It's in the nature, it's in the universe, it's itself. There is no big or low. Everything depends on which scale you look at it. You can look at a big scale, but in a small scale, but it will be always the same. Also, the same behavior. It's really similar how the molecules behave in comparison with the solar system. The rotation, the nucleus, everything is quite slightly similar. It's amazing how it works in a universal system and in a microscopic system, right? The universe is a mirror. It has no color. We gave colors by our judgment. The mirror has no color at all. It has no color, so it can reflect all the colors itself. It can reflect reality. A mirror,
That's what it does.
a mirror just reflects the vision. So the same is a Buddha. Buddha is a mirror. It reflects the whole vision. So all these problems, all these attachments that we have, they are just illusions. They are just things that happen. And at the same time they're not happening. Because there's nothing happening at all. As this tale from Shiva,
Represented as a Natahara, or the cosmic dancer.
so Shiva is the dancer, and he holds the time at once. He holds like the whole eternity with his drum. He gives the rhythm of the universe, and in the other hand, he has a fire. So the fire means the power of destruction. But if you look at his lower right hand, because Shiva has 4 arms in that avatar. If you look at his lower right arm, it's giving you rescue, shelter, and also wisdom. So that is the universe itself. It's that equilibrium of destruction and creation and rebirth every time. You can see it when you see the stations. That's what they do. A tree dies and reborns. The plants, everything is cycles. Even thoughts or politics.
Everything are cycles.
That keeps repeating. Of course, they have certain transformations with time, right? But everything is part of this samsara, this wheel of suffering. But the good thing is that the nirvana is close to us, it's in us. You don't try to find a nirvana in a certain place. The nirvana is itself. It's you. It's the universe. If you try to find a nirvana somewhere, you'll never find it. Because he's trying to look at your eyes. You'll never look your eyes. Because it's impossible. It's the same trying to find a nirvana somewhere. You'll never find nirvana somewhere. Because it's in you. So in the end, the whole universe is a whole spectrum of illusion. That illusion comes from the Latin word ludus. And ludus means fun, for diversion. So the universe is just that, it's fun. That's the reason why we shouldn't say that God is a bad person or evil or judges. Because the universe doesn't judge. It's just energy. It's like a mirror. Whenever you're trying to say that God is judging someone, it's completely out of the path. It's out of the way. It doesn't go with nature. It goes with fear and control. And when we try to control something, we lose it. Because there's no point at all of holding to something. There is no reason to hold. The more you hold, the more it goes. It's like a waterfall. The waterfall gets the water because it doesn't hold the water or the flow. You just let it go and recycles every time. Or the river or the ocean. 75% of the earth is ocean. 3/4. You can see it in our planet. What does the ocean do?
Does?
It just takes waves, and they go to rivers, and they go to the waterfalls, and then they go to the sky. But it's never holding. Of course not. It's just transforming and enriching. That is the truth of the universe itself. So the reason, actually, that we have a society with stress, so much competition, is because we have this illusion of holding. We try to do like a swimming pool. And even though the swimming pool, you have to change the water once in a while, because if not, it gets dirty, and you can swim. It becomes like a swamp. In the end, everything is recycling, doing new, and let it go. And what is our final task of letting go? Death. It's for certain. Once you let go, or once you accept the death as a natural principle, as like a station, as summer, as winter, as spring, then you start living. Because our society, the Western society, and especially the Western religions like Catholicism or Judaism, they're based in this fear of death, something uncertain, and a final judgment. When the truth is that there is nothing going on. It's just a cycle. We are gonna die. But the problem is that we don't admit our death. We try to hide the death behind certain things or activities. Because all time, like Heidegger said, we are thinking how much time we have left. An hour? A year? A decade? Or even a century? But our time will come. This is a principle of the universe, life and death. The planets, they have a certain period of life. Now the Earth has many life, but in a certain point, it might disappear. It will disappear. Like the Curiosity, this robot went to Mars like 3 years ago and still doing lots of investigations and all that. And in Jupiter, they found out that there were vast oceans millions of years ago. And with oceans, there was life. And that period it's over. But still, the universe, the planets, they're still existing, still living, creating gravity and forces, energy. So it's stupid to say that a planet is not alive if they are changing the solar system and the behavior of the galaxy every single moment. Everything is just like that. They will disappear like a supernova. It's with a star, just explodes. But then, new stars start to emerge. A new beginning. That is the universe. That is Buddha. That is Krishna, Vishnu, God, Allah, whatever you want to call it. Everything is about flow and let go. But for knowing that flow, you have to study. You have to learn about energy and how it acts. The universe is not a mechanism at all. Like the 19th century science tried to explain life as a mechanism, as a clock. And still the modern science, the Newtonian science, is trying to see the universe as a mechanism. So when we start to apply this knowledge, and to know when to apply certain energy, water in the ocean, than in a river, or in a swimming pool, it will act totally different, because the environment and the moment is not the same that water in summer, it will like evaporate easier than in winter. In winter it might get like frozen, maybe, in the north. It's like that. The universe is expanding. Everything is expansion. It's not contraction. Our mind is expansion by its knowledge. It's infinite. But we try always to categorize it with language and with all these things, with the world, we try to enclose it into different religions, different colors, different names. You think you could be Peter, John, Mary, or whatever, but you are not that. That's just your tag. What you do, your work. It's not who you are. Not in correspondence for the universe. Of course, it could answer many questions, like questions in the way of for practical things. But in the end, you are not that. You are this dancer, this Shiva, this avatar represented in a human being. You are soul, free to do anything you want, whatever you want, fly or hide. That depends on you. Depends on your level of consciousness.